What is up, guys? I am Star Jake and I'm here once again with a brand new video. And here today I'm going to be showcasing all of my groceries from this week. Now, I want you all to go check out my last grocery video if you haven't yet. It's a video where I showcased everything that I bought at Kroger. It is a really good video. It's one of my favorites on the channel. I will link that in the description if you want to go watch it. And another thing I want to point out is that my links for some reason have not been working right, so feel free to search up the video or just scroll on my page if you cannot find it. So check that video out if you haven't. There's quite a bit of stuff on that video, and I really think it's one of the best on my channel. So as you all know, I went on a trip to Universal, and Universal is located in Orlando. It's one of my favorite places, a place that I wish I could move to, and in Orlando, there are quite a bit of places. You know, there's Universal, there's the City Walk, there is Fun Spot, there's putt-putt courses, and, you know, there's just so much stuff there. One of my favorite things about Orlando is the simple fact that there is a Whole Foods located in Orlando. So Whole Foods is one of my all-time favorite grocery stores. I always stop by it whenever I get the chance because there is not a Whole Foods for hours within my area. Like, the closest one is 4 hours away, and sadly that one's located in Birmingham, but that's still way too far away to drive just for groceries. But I do occasionally go to Orlando, so whenever I go to Orlando, mostly just for Universal, I usually stop by Whole Foods while I'm there, and this time was no different. So I bought a bunch of groceries and I wanted to show you all what I got while I was there. And I'm also going to be showcasing the groceries that I bought shortly before I went to Orlando. In fact, the day before I went to Orlando, because something happened with my card. Someone hacked me and I lost like $300. But I figured I would buy these before I went to Whole Foods because I'm like pretty sure some of these are not sold there. But one of my favorite things to get at Whole Foods is Koya. Koya is one of my all-time favorite drinks, and sadly, a lot of their drinks are evidently only sold at Whole Foods. Like, some of their flavors I have never seen anywhere else. So, unfortunately, the only time I can really drink anything that they make is if I go to Whole Foods in Orlando. I can't just pick up one of their drinks at Publix unless it's, you know, the cacao bean flavor or the vanilla bean flavor. Those are the only two in my entire area, but all the other flavors are pretty much only found at Whole Foods or in that area. Like, they're not sold really anywhere near where I'm at. So I can pretty much just get two flavors wherever I go. And they have so many flavors to choose from that it really sucks not being able to get the other ones unless I go out of town for them. But it is what it is. That's pretty much my only option. Anyway, one more thing I want to point out before I begin showcasing the items. I want to show you all my brand new necklace. I got this earlier in the week. It is a Star of David pendant, and it is really cool. I'm going to be wearing this pretty much all the time from now on. I pretty much wear this all the time now, and if you look at all my Universal pictures, I'm wearing it in like every picture. You will be seeing me wear it pretty much all the time from now on. So yeah, just thought I'd show you all that before I got on with the video. Okay, so as I stated, I'm going to be showcasing the stuff that I bought at my store before I went to Orlando. So the first item is something that might actually be sold at Whole Foods. I can't remember. I saw quite a bit of their stuff in the cooler. It is none other than the Toasted Coconut Milk by Califia. This is really good. Surprisingly, it has a very sweet flavor to it, but what I find really fascinating about that is the fact that there is literally 0 grams of sugar in this. I tried this and I am pretty much in love with it. I'm going to be buying this a lot more from now on. So yeah, that is Toasted Coconut Milk by Califia. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but that's how I've been pronouncing it, so I'm just going to keep pronouncing it that way. It's easier to say, and I honestly like how Califia sounds. So Toasted Coconut Milk by Califia, that is the first item. The next item is something I have not had since I was, I think 9 years old. It's been a very long time since I've tried this, so I was really excited when I bought it. And it is none other than fig preserves. Some people apparently really hate these. Like, everyone that I've spoke to about these seems to have like really harsh criticism about it, but I personally like these and they taste just as good as I remember them. So yeah, fig preserves, I really love these and I'm glad to have finally started getting this again. So the next item is something I was actually tricked into buying by one of my coworkers. So I was looking for some hot sauce because I was having tacos a few nights ago and I really wanted to, get some hot sauce for it. And he told me to get this particular hot sauce, so I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. But I did not bother reading it, and I ended up pretty much lighting my fucking mouth on fire within seconds, and it is none other than Melinda's Ghost Pepper Hot Sauce. Somebody actually tricked me into paying for this. I had a few drops of it, and that was the end of it. It is really fucking hot. Like, it is way hotter than I honestly expected. I'm still gonna use this, obviously, because I paid for it. I'm obviously going to use it at some point. But this is way hotter than I expected, and I honestly wish I had read it first. Because if I had read Ghost Pepper Sauce, I more than likely would not have bought it. I like hot things, but I personally just could not do this. Like, this is way too fucking hot. But anyway, that is Melinda's Ghost Pepper Hot Sauce. It is really hot and something that I honestly wish I did not buy. And now the next item is a spread that I used to get at my old job, which is also a grocery store. Now, I remember putting this on the shelf and being like, wait a minute, I didn't even know this existed. I gave it a try, and then I ended up falling in love with it. And it is Cinnamon Toast Crunch Creamy Cinnamon Spread. This is kind of like Nutella, except it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, basically. And I honestly ended up really liking it. I'm not sure if other cereals are going to have a spread like this. This is currently the only one I have found. But this one is really good. So there you go. There's Cinnamon Toast Crunch Creamy Cinnamon Spread. It is really good. Next we have something I'm really excited to try. So all these people have been suggesting these plant-based protein drinks because I really love them. And this one is pretty much the top of the recommendations. Everyone's like, oh my god, what do you think about this? Oh my god, have you tried this yet? And I'm like, I can't find a place that sells it. But apparently, my job does sell it. We actually have 4-packs of them in the protein drink section. And I wish I had waited until I went to Whole Foods to get this because they have a lot of other flavors. And they even have bottles of it, which is really cool. And it is WINN Chocolate Plant-Based Protein Shakes. People have wanted me to try this for so long, and it looks like I am finally about to. Now, this is also really low in carbs and sugar, and obviously it's plant-based, which makes it even more awesome. And considering how many people talk about how this is the best protein shake, I had to give it a shot. I saw it for only $10, and I immediately bought it. So, yep, that is WINN Chocolate Protein Shakes. Next up, we have Nutella. This is also one of my favorite items. I actually have not tried this in quite some time, but I remember really liking it, so I thought I would go ahead and grab a small bottle of it. Now, a lot of you are probably asking, why didn't you get the big bottle of it? Well, unlike most people, I actually follow the serving sizes. A serving size of this is 2 tablespoons, and I usually only do 1. So, I do not think this is going to run out very quickly. I'm probably going to have this for at least a month or two. So, I didn't really need to pay $15 extra for a massive bottle of it when I could have just bought the small one, which would have already lasted me quite a bit of time. So, there you go. There's a small bottle of Nutella. I really love this. This is one of my favorite spreads. So there you go. There's Nutella. Now the next item, it's not really a grocery per se. Like, I didn't buy this at the grocery store. It was actually a souvenir that I got in Orlando. I bought this mainly because it's so deformed. Like, this does not look like the actual character, and I thought it was kind of funny, so I went ahead and bought it. It is a plush Goomba. Like, this, I know what a Goomba looks like, and there's just something not right about this one. Like, I don't really know how to put my finger on it, especially like on the camera. This one is really odd. It has a really weird look to it. Like, I feel like the face is just put too high up on the plush. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it looks really weird. That is all I'm going to say. It is a Goomba plush. I got it as a souvenir, mostly because I really liked how fucked up it was, because this just looks very off-brand. Now we get into the Whole Foods items. This is what you all have been waiting for, so let's get right to it. Warning, you all are going to see a lot of Koya in this video, and I mean a lot of it, because again, there's not a Whole Foods anywhere near here, so I try to stock up on those drinks whenever I'm able to. So, the first item, I got 4 of these. Bought some of these meals in the frozen section by a company called Saffron Road. This is the sweet and sour chicken. I saw this and I was like, oh, that's got to be really good. So I went ahead and I bought 4 of them. I've never tried this before. I've never even heard of the brand before, but it just looks so good and it's really convincing, so I went ahead and bought quite a few of them. And I have a feeling these are not sold around here because Whole Foods has a lot of items that you can't really find almost anywhere else. So I just went ahead and bought a few of them just in case they are not sold around here. But that is Saffron Road sweet and sour chicken. This is a meal that I found in the frozen section, and I'm really excited to try. Next up, we got 2 bottles of cinnamon cereal Koya, which was one of my personal favorites. These also have the original bottle designs. I know they recently updated the bottles, but yeah, they still have a few of the original designs at Whole Foods, so that's pretty awesome. Anyway, those are 2 of the cinnamon cereal flavors. Next up, we have cocoa cereal Koya, which is also a really good one. When I was working at Macy's, one of my coworkers was like, hey, where did you get that at? That looks really good. And I was like, oh, I got this at Whole Foods. And then they're like, wait a minute, is there a Whole Foods around here? And I'm like, exactly, I traveled hours just to pretty much get this. So this is a really good one. It's not my favorite of the cereal flavors, but I definitely think it is one of their best flavors. Next up, we have organic maple syrup. I've never seen this before. I thought the packaging looked really cool, so I went ahead and bought this. So that is what that looks like. I do not know what to expect with this, so I am about to just be completely surprised with it. But yeah, there is organic maple syrup. I'm looking forward to trying this one. Next, we got 2 more of the cocoa cereal Koya flavors. I grabbed chocolate peanut butter cereal by Catalina Crunch, which is one of my favorite cereals. I was looking for other stuff by this company. Like, I know they recently put out some sandwich cookies like Oreos and whatnot, but I could not find those at Whole Foods, so I pretty much just had to forget about buying those. But I did, however, find their cereals, so I just went ahead and bought a few bags of it. This is one that I tried when I went to Fresh Market. Like, when I went to Fresh Market, I saw this one, and I was like, hey, I've never tried that before. And the only one I had previously tried was the cinnamon cereal, so I tried this one, and it became my favorite flavor. So yeah, there you go. There's Catalina Crunch, chocolate peanut butter, one of my favorite flavors of theirs. Next up, we have a flavor that I am super excited to try. I got 2 of these. The next one is Catalina Crunch Honey Graham Cereal. This has to be good. This is something I have been really excited to try, and people talk about how this is one of their best flavors. It's also in their best-selling bundle on their website, so this has to be good. I have really good expectations for it. But yeah, that is Honey Graham Catalina Crunch cereal. I am really excited to try this one. I'm hoping it's as good as the other ones I have tried. Next up, we have a Koya chocolate peanut butter, which is in one of the new bottles. This is one of my favorite flavors, and of course, this is one of the flavors that does not exist anywhere in my area. Same with the cereal ones, none of those exist anywhere where I live. In fact, all the Koyas that you are about to see in this video do not exist anywhere near me. So that is why there are so many multiples in this video, because I wanted to stock up on them. So yeah, there is chocolate peanut butter, one of my favorite flavors. And next we have another cinnamon cereal flavor, which I've already talked about. So there you go. Next up we have a flavor that I was really excited to try, but I never got the chance to because it was sold out the last time that I went. It is Koya fruity cereal, which I've been really excited to try. Like, this is one of my favorite cereals, and I have a really good feeling about this one. I mean, this one is always sold out for a reason. People always post about this one. It's always sold out when I go to Whole Foods. This has to be like one of their best flavors, considering how well it sells. But yeah, that is Koya fruity cereal. I am excited to try this one. Next, we have a package of blueberries, which are one of my favorites. Then there's this bar, which I have never seen before. In fact, I don't even think this is sold where I live either. I've never even heard of this one before, but I really wanted to try it. It is Truffle Thins Creme Brulee. That is what it looks like. I have a really good feeling about this one. Like, I love the packaging on that. That is that. It looks really good, and I am excited to try it. Next up, we got 2 big packages of grapes, which, as you know, are one of my favorites. I get these almost all the time when I'm at work. Like, usually when I'm on break, I just grab some grapes and then sit in the break room and eat them until the break is over. I really love these. Next up, we have another chocolate peanut butter Koya flavor. And we have the first one that I ever tried by Koya, the chocolate brownie flavor, which this is also one of the new bottles. And I actually really like the way this one is designed. Like, this one really fits the flavor really well. But this is a really good flavor, and it's pretty much what opened me to the world of Koya, so I am really glad to have more of these. So there you go. There is chocolate brownie by Koya. Next up are some really rare coffees that I do not see very often. These I did not buy at Whole Foods, by the way. I got these at a gas station before I went to Whole Foods. So the first one is a iced coffee Snickers. When I worked at Macy's, there was a store inside the mall that sold a Twix version of this coffee, like it's by the same brand. But I could never find this one, and I've been like actively looking for it. And I did try it when I was in the car, and this actually turned out to be a really good flavor. Sadly, I do not think I'll be trying this anytime soon again, because it's not very common where I live. So there's iced coffee Snickers. I really loved this one. And another one that I have not tried yet by the same brand is Cinnamon Toast Crunch iced coffee. This one is going to be really good. I already know it just looking at this packaging. Like, I have really good expectations for this. So yeah, there's Cinnamon Toast Crunch iced coffee. It's unopened. I'm going to try this one probably tomorrow. And this one, oh my god, this one blew my mind. So, as you all know, I'm a really big fan of Monster Energy. Even though I literally almost recently died of kidney failure, I still drink Monster Energy sometimes. I have been looking for one flavor. It says online it has not been discontinued, but none of these stores anywhere near me sell it anymore. I was starting to think it was discontinued. In fact, I found it on eBay for $40 for a pack of them, which is really good. But I never bought it, and thank God I didn't, because I just learned that they are still on the market. They're just not in my area. And it is Irish Cream Monster Energy. this is like a really awesome can design, and this turned out to be a really good flavor. I wish I had bought more than one of them because it is inevitable this will undoubtedly get discontinued at some point, because I found this one at 7-Eleven, and since that's the only place I have found that still sells it, it is more than likely going to get discontinued at some point. Like, it is inevitable that this will get discontinued because it doesn't sell very good, and evidently only specific places are selling it. So yeah, but this is a new can for my collection. Monster Energy Irish Cream. I really love this one, and I might end up buying a case of them on eBay whenever I get the chance. So yeah. Next up we have Bosco chocolate syrup. I saw this in the kosher section, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give that a try. Like, I love the packaging on this. I think that it looks really interesting. And since it's not really high in sugar or carbs, I figured I would go ahead and give it a try. I did buy the zero sugar Hershey's, like, not too long ago. I did not really like it, so I'm hoping this is a better alternative. But yeah, that's Bosco chocolate syrup. I'm looking forward to trying this. Next, we have another chocolate peanut butter Koya, and another one of my favorites, banana cream. We do have chocolate banana where we live, but we do not have the banana cream flavor. I wish they would swap that around because I like the banana cream flavor a lot more than the chocolate banana flavor, which is kind of weird to say. The chocolate banana flavor just, it was great the first few times, but it just kind of lost its flavor after a while. But this one, on the other hand, every sip of this is just absolutely insane. Like, I love this flavor. But of course, it's not like that. I can only get this whenever I go to Whole Foods, so there you go. There's a banana cream Koya. Next, we have another cinnamon cereal Koya and another chocolate peanut butter. In case you don't know, I actually only had one chocolate peanut butter Koya in my cart when I was at checkout. I was like, oh my god, I only have one of them? Then I went back and just grabbed a bunch of them. So that's why there's so many in this video. I literally almost just got one of them, and then I went back and bought more of them. Another one of my favorite Koya flavors, which is cold brew coffee. This one I also wish was sold around here, but it is not. Fun fact, Koya actually used to be a coffee brand back when they first started. Like, if you look at really old posts from them on Facebook, you can find that they used to sell multiple types of coffee, but now this is the only one they sell. So they never really completely strayed away from coffee, but they only have this one flavor instead of a whole line of them like they used to. But yeah, that's cold brew coffee by Koya, one of my favorite flavors. Next one is another cinnamon cereal flavor. Next up's one of my personal favorites, the cookies and cream flavor. I also really love this redesign as well. I actually kind of like this more than the original design, which is crazy to say considering I'm not a big fan of change, but I love this one. This is one of my all-time favorite Koya flavors. Then there's two more of the chocolate brownie flavor, and there is another banana cream flavor. Next item is Justin's honey peanut butter, which is organic peanut butter. I have really wanted to try this one. Like, this one for some reason stood out to me in comparison to the rest of the ones on the shelf, and I figured I would go ahead and give it a try. Along with this peanut butter, I also got organic ketchup. Now, I do not eat ketchup very often. I've never been that big of a fan of it. So I didn't get the ultra expensive one. This one was like $4, but the other one was like $15. It was around that anyway. I can't remember exactly what the price was, but it was pretty expensive. So I just pretty much went with the basic organic ketchup. I'm really excited to try this one. I'm hoping it's as good as people make it sound. There are those two items. And now the next item is one of the only healthy sodas on the entire market. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. There is no such thing as a healthy soda, and yes, that is pretty much right. There are better options. Like, instead of getting a Mountain Dew drink, which has like 77 grams of sugar in it, or getting a Diet Coke, which has aspartame in it and caramel color, you can get something like this instead. This is Creamy Root Beer by Zevia. Zevia is a really underrated brand. I saw these when I went to a store in Columbus called Pop Shelf. They were selling them for like 99 cents for one can. So I gave it a try and I ended up really liking it. Now, what makes this so interesting is that this is all the ingredients, like right there. Carbonated water, natural flavors, stevia leaf extract, and citric acid. It has no caramel color and no aspartame in it. This might be the best option if you're looking for a healthier soda option. It's not quite a health drink, but it's better than the other ones that everyone else is drinking. So yeah, that is Zevia Creamy Root Beer. I really love this one, and now I have a case of them. There was a 12-pack of them, but it was way too expensive. Somehow this one was like a few dollars cheaper than it is over here, which was kind of surprising. But yeah, that is Zevia Creamy Root Beer. I really love this one. Now the very last of the Koya flavors, we have a cookies and cream and cold brew coffee. We have one of the last remaining original bottles of this drink. This is the original bottle for the cookies and cream flavor. This was the last one on the shelf, and this very well could be one of the last ones ever sold with this original packaging. So yeah, pretty awesome to have this now. Now I know what some of you might be thinking, where's the birthday cake flavor? For some reason, Whole Foods didn't have that one. I was going to try to find an original bottle of that one, but evidently, I don't know why, that flavor just seems nearly impossible to get a hold of. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's okay, but I still wish I had an original bottle of it since I never got to collect it. But, yep, that is an original bottle of cookies and cream. I'm really glad to have this one. And even though I already have an original bottle, I'm going to keep this one just because it's one of the last ones probably ever made of this one. And now we have the very last item of the video. And it is yet another bottle of Califia with Mocha Almond Latte. Now, when I picked this up, I initially thought this was going to be like no sugar, like, you know, the other one that I showed earlier in the video. But this one actually has 16 grams of sugar in it, which kind of surprised me. But I really do not care because nearly everything that this brand makes is really good, and I have good expectations for it. But this one I have not ever seen anywhere near me, so I thought I would just go ahead and buy it. So that is Mocha Almond Latte by Califia. I'm really excited to try this one. It's pretty much everything that I got grocery shopping during the week, plus, you know, that souvenir from the souvenir shop in Orlando. So, this stuff should last me quite a while. I have a lot of Koya drinks. I got multiple bags of cereal. I got some grapes. I got some blueberries. I got some meals. I got some more condiments. I mean, you name it, I got quite a bit of stuff. And with all of this stuff combined, it is just a little bit over $300. Which, I thought it would have been more than that, to be honest. But yeah, it was just slightly over $300 for everything in this video. Another thing that I want to mention, and this has been a secret for quite some time now, like literally nobody knows about this. I am planning to move to Chicago later in the year, so I will get to go to Whole Foods way more often because there are multiple Whole Foods over there, and I will get to drink stuff like this all the time instead of having to travel for hours just to try them. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all later. Have a great night. Hope you all enjoyed the video.